this. Come on.
Hello everyone, my name of course is Artimage, here being pure awesome, and here we are on a very short stream today. because I am sick. We're going to get into that into some detail in a little bit. I'm going to give anyone who might be interested some time to drop in. So I'll start this as I usually do. First off, being a reminder that I want to see that bar fill up. This bar right here. That's how much money we've raised this year for McMaster Children's Hospital here in Hamilton, Ontario, through Extra Life, the group I'm wearing the shirt for right now. Extra Life is a charity program that supports hospitals in the Children's Miracle Network. My choice of hospital every year being McMaster Children's Hospital. Number one, yes, because they are local, but primarily because they have a robust juvenile psychiatric care program and mental health is a big part of what I do. Now, if you wish to contribute, make sure to click the link that is presently in chat, and that will take you to my Extra Life page where you can donate, and any amount you donate will entirely go to Mac. I don't see any of it, nor does Extra Life. It's all straight to Mac. I was saying, nor does Extra Life. I thought I was saying the wrong thing. I thought I was saying the hospital isn't good. I'm like, no, I'm getting it right. If you want to keep up with what I'll be doing for Extra Life, because we have a few more events this year, we have Halloween coming up. I owe you guys a dating sim because you unlocked it last year, and of course we have the main event with Drunk Souls 2 in November. And you can get all the details about that as I post it by following the links over in chat, which will take you to my various social media pages, my YouTube, my Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, some of which are used more than others, but you will get all the information that is necessary to be fully informed as I announce it. Beyond that, there's nothing to talk about except for the main thing here. And we are still kind of early into it, so I'm going to talk about my schedule going forward a little bit. I have a move coming up at the end of the month. Halloween will still be going forward, unless something happens with my ISP not being able to set me up correctly, in which case I'm going to have a meltdown on them, because it would not be the first time they screwed me over. Well, it's not my ISP, it's their vendor. Anyways, so there might be some inconsistency towards the end of the month. Like the 27th through the 31st are basically the days that we have set aside for moving. So there might be some disruptions there, but I'm hoping that like the Halloween stream, which will take place on the 30th, not the 31st, can go forward as is normal. After that, it will be a little more consistent because I will be living much closer to where I work, so getting to and from will be much easier. Aside from like unexpected life things, like how Monday I canceled because of a friend's disturbance, and Tuesday I intended to do some makeup, but not feeling well meant I needed to get a nap. Alright, I don't think we can really pad the time much more right now. So I'm going to go ahead and say that anyone who's here who's going to be here and who's coming in the middle can go back and watch the VOD. But we need to talk about the COVID measures that most of the world is taking right now. Why? Because I have COVID-19 right now, I'm pretty sure. Test is not entirely conclusive, and I'm going to give another one just to make sure. It'll be my third one. I'm putting it off today just because I felt like I was getting better, but my dry cough has gotten worse. My symptoms started off feeling very just general flu-like. Like my sense of taste and smell have stuck around. I wasn't having a dry cough until very recently, and that's just because of my throat irritation from the wet cough. Wasn't noticing any atypical fatigue. Nothing outside the realm of like a normal flu. And flu has been going around, at least in KW, for a little while now. Some cases only a head cold. I'm gonna have to cough. Give me a moment here. Sorry about that. So yeah, it just felt like a plain old run-of-the-mill flu season sort of deal going on. So I was like, okay. And you know, even if it is COVID, it's pretty mild, but it has its own interruptions on top of that. Primarily being all the protections we have to take after the fact. Because we are being told how it's all about personal responsibility. Your personal responsibility to not get infected, to protect others, etc., etc. The thing is, they only talk about your personal responsibility to protect others once you have it. They're not talking about general prevention. Because when I go out and about, if I am inside anything contained, such as a bus, or a shopping center, or anything there's a reasonable expectation of the public to come around me, or if my coworkers walk up near me, even though we work in a huge warehouse, I masked because I don't want to possibly give it to somebody else. So running the Infinity Tournament on Sunday, like the usual primary concern, three of us, Scott, Brian, and myself, were all wearing our masks. Nobody else was. Most of the staff at Black Knight, I don't know if most is fair. A good number of the staff at Black Knight have given up on it. I honestly think that one of the staff members might have given it to me, but he's pretty convinced it's not COVID. I hope for his sake it's not. He was infected with COVID before. He's been dealing with long COVID symptoms, and I don't want him experiencing anything else. It just seems like the most likely case, but regardless, I'm taking all the precautions I reasonably can. But the thing is, my precautions protect others. They do not protect me. The only way to protect myself is to basically do what everyone did at the beginning of this thing, besides people like me, and that is stay in, stay away from others, and just not be around to spread the contact. Now, plus sides, I'm 4 times vaccinated, though it has not been with the bivalent yet. That might be the protection I needed to skip this, but now I'm pushed back from my 5th dose by another 3 months. Pardon me. I'm reasonably healthy. And we are in the strains where it's less virulent but more contagious. So I've done pretty well for avoiding it, but I've missed 3 days of work, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to go in tomorrow. And we don't even have programs to help with that any longer. Doug Ford scrapped the 3-day COVID sick day thing going on. The federal government has scrapped the 10 days sick period. There's no protections for anyone who's actually being affected by this any longer, and there's no protections for people to not get it. This whole personal responsibility thing is not working. It has never worked. It is a community responsibility. You need to protect others from what you can give them. This is why when I have been taking buses, I try and sit somewhere where somebody can only sit next to me on one side, and I put my backpack there. I don't care how rude I'm being. I don't want you that close to me, especially when you're not wearing masks. I had one situation about a month ago where I'm on my bus down the mountain, and I had my bag beside me. I get on at the first stop for the route when I take that bus. And a little bit before I'm getting off, a woman interrupts me on my phone call to say, "Excuse me, you know whose bag that is?" I said, "Yes, it's mine. It's staying there to create space because we were still in the midst of the pandemic. Thank you." And really, if it was about the seat, there was one directly across from me. I think it came down to that one was just less appealing because there were 2 fairly burly guys there. And me, it was like some larger woman and myself with the bag in between. But I don't care. Especially since she wasn't masked. And she just seemed to feel super entitled, made rude noises about the fact, and just like, no, I don't care. I'm looking to protect myself, you're looking to just be more comfortable. I'm just so incredibly frustrated with this, and constantly being told how it's personal responsibility, and we all have to do our parts, but the only ones who are doing our parts are only protecting those who are not doing their parts. And those doing our part are left hanging once something happens. Really what it's going to come down to is I'm going to take the sick period out of my vacation days. I haven't had a vacation since 2012. Is my phone ringing? I'm just not noticing. No, it wasn't. Sorry about that. So yeah, like even though I've had vacation time, I've had no opportunity to use it. I thought I would at my last job. But then the pandemic hit while I was at that. Pandemic's still going on since then, so even though I've had vacation days, they've been used to cover COVID concern times. Just before Christmas last year, I had a scare because I started the morning off with a dry cough. It was clearly just a tickle in my throat. It's because it was happening like, I'd cough, I'd go for a while. I'd cough, I'd go for a while. I'd cough or go for a while. I was like, okay, this is stupid. I know it's not COVID, but I'm probably going to have to call it off. So I called my boss and said, "Hey, I have this stupid irritating cough. I have every reason to believe it's not COVID, but unless you call and tell me to take the chance, I'm going to stay home. I'll come in late if you want me to, but I'm going to presume to stay home. I'm going to try and book a test." got a test booked for 2 days out, and they said like 48 hours. I got an excuse of it being the weekend because it was like Friday morning when I got the test at like 5 a.m. And they didn't have the test results to me until the following Friday. Like, I couldn't even get them online. I still can't get them online last I checked. I had to call in and say, hey, I got a test done here, and for some reason, I still don't have my results online. So that was a whole week there. Yes, I had the holiday pay for it, but I couldn't take the freaking holiday. Like, it's one... If I had taken holidays, it probably just been basically what I was doing anyway, sitting around at home, doing very little. But that would have been on my time, where I could have planned things out. Maybe I could have done something around it, planned it around something special to me, like a release day of a game, or like a project I wanted to do. Instead, it was a case of, no, you just have to take this thing you're entitled to, and use it to something that society has made a bigger issue. And so I'm having to do that again, because I'm actually sick with it this time. Whenever I get so worked up, it doesn't feel like I'm sick anymore, aside from like the coughing and things like that. But no, this is just unreasonable. And the fact that we're on the... Am I right? The third year? Yeah, we're on the third year of this. Because people keep saying, oh yeah, it's not so bad. We can take a step back from these over precautions. Oh, to make it bad again. And we're going into another spike very soon because it's going to get much colder very soon. I get it again. I'm going to be right PO'd. Thankfully, I won't have to take a bus as often after I move. That's going to be exciting. But really, my main point here is we can't keep treating this as an individual responsibility thing. So if you are going out in public and not masking, please start masking. I understand it's an inconvenience. I understand with some like those of us who wear glasses, it can cause issues. I've had to learn various ways to wear everything so that my glasses don't fog up. But it's just protecting everyone. And it's like the most basic thing you can do, protect those around you, both your family, your co-workers, your loved ones, and the strangers that you encounter every day. I'm just exhausted, guys. Too much of things now has been do it yourself, don't expect anything. But yeah, I'm done my rant now. So that means I'm done with the stream now. I don't know if I'm going to be doing this tomorrow. Stay tuned to Twitter. I'll let you know there. Of course, please go ahead and show your support by clicking the link in chat to contribute to my Extra Life charity event. I would like to see that bar filled right up if possible. I'm trying to be in the top 10 supporters of Master, ideally number 1. I'd really like to hit that number 1 for max spot this year. I don't know if I can do it, but with you guys I can, and I understand some of you might be holding up for Drunk Souls too, because you will be buying drinks again. Not the same way, we're not going to have limited lives, but like, unless we have it paid for us, we're just taking basic drinks, so you'll want to get that in. So if you're saving up for that, good call, I entirely understand. To keep up with details of the Extra Life events that I'll be doing, or anything else I get up to, such as more 3D printer stuff, I did just recently get a resin, a Elegoo Saturn 2 to be precise, through a comment contest. I have to copy it. So that has arrived, and I'll be setting up after the move, just because there's nowhere here to do it. Especially the way that they typically smell. I know you can get low scent resins, and the Saturn 2 does have a built-in filter, but I'd rather it be somewhere like safe and dedicated. And I get a fair bit of sun on the south side of this building. So we're going to go ahead and raid on over to Mix Quirky Cat. They are a non-binary streamer. They are currently playing a non-binary disabled streamer, I should be precise. They're pretty poor with all of that. I don't know details of their disability. I have not asked. It's not been relevant to me. But they're a pretty cool person and definitely worth checking out. And until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. And I will talk to you soon. Have a good night.